Hi everyone, welcome back to my 3DX tutorial videos. In this video, I'll go more in depth on the modify panel, the create panel, and also the hierarchy panel to create these two geometries. Let's jump right into it. So the first geometry is the shell parametric geometry. This is created by using an arc spline. Let's go to the left. So let's create two arcs that can fit into this one. So go to create, spline, arc. This one needs to be extra small. That's fine. This one that's bigger. Yep, looks good. Select both of them. Let's go back to my perspective view. Set everything to 0. Yep. Now go to hierarchy, adjust effective pivot only. This way, I am adjusting only the base point of my geometries. Maybe a bit more, looks good. You can take this, select them, and I move the x-axis, so set this to 0. Now we want to create an array of these arcs. So go to Tools, Array. I want to click Preview. Yeah, that looks okay. Basically, we're creating, let's not create reference, create copies. Let's create 39 copies and array them 360 degrees from the center point. Click OK. That's done. Now let's give them, the structure frame. Select all of them. Go to Modify panel. Let's make sweep. Okay. So the bar sweep looks okay. Yeah, the bar is fine. Let's adjust them to 1 meter in length and 1 meter in width. 1 meter. Yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, just select all of them, just group them. Let's call it shells. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, let's just make sure you click this one and they fit. Cool. Let's make the second geometry. To make this, it's basically a rectangular spline. Let's go to Create, Spline, Rectangle Spline. Now I want to add additional points inside the segments, so I can create. When I extrude this, I can have additional segments. So make sure I'm selecting the object, go to modify list, normal line spline. Yep, so show knots. So we have created knots, but we want insert knots, not segments. Let's create a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4. So it's creating 4 inserts on this side. That's fine. That looks good. Now let's extrude it. Yeah, so that's what the inserts are for. It's also inserted horizontal 7 segments. That looks fine, but now it looks too thick. Let's change the width. Yeah, the width looks good. You can always go back to your previous modifiers because it's a parametric geometry. I want to edit the mesh. I want to edit the poly. So they are individual polygons. So if we edit poly, you can select the polygon, also the edge, but let's do polygons. So we can click, press Shift and drag and click. So this will allow me to select all of this. Press Shift again, you can just drag and cut the entire geometry. That looks okay now. You can also extrude, right? By holding Shift and pulling the Z-axis, but we don't really need that. You can do these on anywhere of the geometry. You can do this to the edge as well. Just make sure you, from the selection, you need to select the edge. Yeah, but we don't really need any of those. Next, we need to add additional splines. You can see they bridge between, they don't just bridge, they bridge from different polygons. So we need to add the splines. So we can do this by pressing Connect Edges. Let's select the edges. To get vertical segments, we need to select the horizontal edges. Yeah, just keep selecting them. We probably want 5 or 6. Let's add those. Yeah, good enough. Press tick button to finish. Now we want a bridge. Click on settings of the bridge. Click polygon. Let's connect them. Press one polygon. Press Control. Probably need to press the settings again. There we go. And twist them. That looks good. Now let's add another one. Where should this one go? Maybe here. Alright, got 2 twists. It's done. Tick it. That looks fine. Now we want to smooth the geometry. Select it. Not just tick out of the selection. You can do this by just clicking the last modifier. We do Turbo Smooth. That doesn't look smooth enough, so let's give additional iteration. Yeah, that looks smooth enough now. So if you increase this too much, there's a chance that your computer will freeze. So that looks alright now. So now we want to create a lattice structure around our building as the building frame, the facade frame. We can do this by just adding lattice modifier, but that will delete my geometry. So basically it'll just leaves us something like this, which is not what we want. So let's go back. You can create a clone. Let's clone reference, and let's call this reference frame. So basically now I have 2 copies of my geometry. So we need to edit the frame reference. So from here, there's a thicker line now. That means anything here, if you adjust anything here, everything will be adjusted together. Anything above this line will be adjusted separately. Letters, good. That's just the radius too big. We'll probably just need 0.3 and 0.3. There we go. The edges look too sharp, so let's give more segments to the points as well as the frame. There we go. Looks smooth enough. Yeah, that's basically the geometry. Yeah, we can group them as well. So group, we'll call this Zaha building. I think that's the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching.